Hello, you alright? So you've now made the stand on your clock, looking at the last video, and now in this video I'm going to show you how you can add kind of decoration or any design elements that you would have made out of aluminium to your clock. So mine's quite simple, mine's quite spiky, got some angular points in it, and I've made a very simple stand at the back to hold it in place, which is a simple kind of right angle fold. So I'm just going to add some spikes to my clock, and this is very, very easy. As always, we start by getting the rectangle tool and drawing a sheet of paper on the back. So I want to draw my spike on the back, so I'm going to click on here and just, no, that's wrong. Maybe click down here and draw a piece of paper. There we go. And I'm going to put a spike over here as well. So they're the two areas that I want to put my spikes. Then with the pencil tool, the line tool, I'm just going to draw my spiky shapes like that. And I'm going to put one over here. You might want to be more accurate than I'm being because I'm just showing you how to do it. And then as always, we get the rubber. We're going to rub out the lines we don't need of the piece of paper. And then push-pull tool, and we're going to pull it back by 1 because that is how thick aluminium is. So 1, enter, click on that one, pull back, 1, enter. Then I'm just need to make them components, triple click, right click, make component. Click, 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 right click, make component. And finally, paint bucket, aluminium texture, and there we go. So I've now made my kind of spikes for my clock. Now obviously you're more than welcome to put as much decoration as possible. You could put another spike in the middle or some coming out there. You can obviously do it more accurate than me. And obviously if you want to put curves onto it, curves or kind of rounded shapes, that's absolutely fine. And you do that in the similar way that I showed you in the last video, which is, as always, drawing a sheet of paper and using the arc tool. So using the arc tool to get those curved shapes that you want. Just making sure that you make the aluminium 1mm thick at both ends. And then arc tool again. And there we go. So very easily rub out the sheet of paper, drawing a curve. And it's just a case of getting the push-pull tool and making it 3D. There we go. Click, 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 right click, make component, okay. And then I can obviously move that to my clock, my design, and spin it round if I want to add as decoration. Always moving along the axes step by step. So slide it to the right, slide it down, and then slide it back. I'm just going to spin it round. That's better. So this is the tricky bit if you're doing curves, is getting it to line up with the surface of the clock. But like I say, it's a bit of experimenting, bit of kind of trial and error to kind of line it up. Anyway, so that's how you kind of add curves to it. One thing to bear in mind is the fact that obviously you'd have to put screws through these bits of metal. Now you don't have to do this on SketchUp, but just think about, obviously you can't put any aluminium where this clock mechanism is, and if you were to put some bits of aluminium, attach it to the top here, then obviously the screws might come into the clock face. Just think about on your design where the screws would be, and there we go. Then as always, we can then just get rid of the axes by going on View, deselect the axes, and then scroll down and click Shadows On, and we're ready to take our lovely screenshot of our final clock design. Fantastic.